So this is a program that several of us do use, called Zoom. It's okay. They'll be popping in 1 second. I spent 10 years in a traditional school teaching 6th graders all the way up to 12th graders. So had my hand in several different subject areas, several different age brackets, and that's pretty prototypical of a Florida virtual teacher prior to transitioning over to the online world. There you go. Hey Trinity, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm very good, very good. Happy to see you here. And how's my sound coming through? You hear me?
Mm-hmm. I hear you perfectly.
All right, you too. Sounding good. Hey Jacqueline, hey Maggie, Mason, how you doing? What a classroom, right? We have the entire state of Florida represented right here in this little classroom to get started on some political cartoons. So, are you guys ready to rock? We ready to go?
Yes.
All right, perfect, perfect. So before we get started, how many people have taken one of our quizzes at this point, one of our exams at this point, and you come across a political cartoon and you say, oh no, one of these again. Does anybody get a little nervous about a political cartoon? What do you think?
I think maybe just like the challenge of trying to interpret the picture.
Right, right. Now, instructors that, like myself, that come over to FLVS, they usually are looking for, I don't know if the next challenge is the right word, but definitely the next approach to education, perhaps, the next way to reach students. How can I take skills that I've learned as an instructor in a traditional classroom and apply that to students in a online classroom? How does Teddy look in this picture? Talk to me about him. What's he look like?
Gladiators, like gladiator arenas, when they have like gladiators, and then they try to kill them with lions.
Right.
They try to tame the lions.
Who's the hero in that type of thing? Is it the lion or the gladiator?
Gladiator.
The gladiator, right? So guys, I think you did a great job on this one. Here's what's gonna happen. I am going to take a quick screenshot of all of you right now. Bear with me 1 second. And by screenshot, it means I'm gonna take a picture of you with my phone because I think that's gonna be even cooler and easier. Okay, everybody wave and smile. Great work, everyone. Okay, so I have everybody's email addresses. What I'm gonna be doing is sending you the copy of this plus the guide itself. When I served traditional classrooms, I served a particular class that served a particular neighborhood. Now, my class serves an entire state. So the reach is much farther, and I think that's very powerful. So I do believe that the future of education still lies in finding individual talents and individual students and reaching them that way. But when I think of that class, is this the future? I can't help but think of, believe it or not, my first grade teacher. And this is the early 1980s. And what would it have been like if I asked her that question? What do you think the future is of education, right? And she would not have said online learning because that didn't exist yet in the early 1980s. But I know for a fact she would have said individualized learning for students.
So right now I'm going into my U.S. history lesson, and I'm going over the topics for my DBA that I'm going to do soon. The DBA is a discussion-based assessment where you talk on the phone with your teacher so that they know that you're learning the content. So it's not face-to-face, but as close as you can get through virtual school.
Were there any slides that you came across that you were not clear on?
I wasn't
or you needed some extra help?
100% clear on 1, and I believe it was 3, and I think 8 were the ones.
you were not clear on, but you
Yeah.
felt good about the rest.
Yeah.
Section 301 talks about imperialism. Everything from the Monroe Doctrine to the addition of Teddy Roosevelt's Big Stick diplomacy.
Yeah. And that's the one in image 1.
Yes, it is.
If there's an assignment that I'm stuck on, I can take as long as I need to work on that. Whereas if I were in a traditional school and we were working on something in class, you know, once the bell rings, it's time to go. And then I would have to go finish that later on at home. But with FLVS, I can take all the time I need to do something, so I can make sure that I'm really understanding and absorbing all the stuff.
We were founded with the idea that we are going to help these students where they're at meet their educational needs and goals, regardless of time and where they're located geographically, regardless of all the typical constraints that a traditional school building kind of puts on a student's learning path. And that focus really hasn't changed.
It's beneficial because I have the free time to do whatever I want. If I need to go to the doctor during the day, it's not like I have to go get taken out of school. I can just go. And I'm also a dancer, so I have free time to go to class, and I can go early if I need to, and I'm not restricted by the schedule that most traditional school students are on.
All right. All right, start in first position and breathe. Lift, tendu forward, grab the heel, hook, and extend. Take it side. Good, rotate in.
So it is really important to me because I want to do it for the rest of my life. I want to be a dance teacher. I want to inspire younger kids to dance all their lives too. So because I'm a teacher's assistant, I'm in the studio for over 10 hours a week. So if it weren't for FLVS and the free schedule I have, I wouldn't be able to be there for so long and so often. You have to be very self-disciplined. You have to have a lot of control over yourself. So it's definitely having the self-control from FLVS and the discipline from FLVS helps me in the other parts of my life in dance. It helps me be very disciplined. And that's something I hope to teach my students when I'm a dance teacher later on.